संस्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः. Namaste to all of you. Wishing you good health, strength, peace, safety from this coronavirus pandemic. And we shall utilize the time staying home in understanding the different vagaries of the mind, different functions of the mind, and how we can train the mind, purify the mind, recycle the mind, and put it on the spirit of spiritual journey. Apart from the faculties, apart from the different stories that we have about the mind and its working in modern times, we have three doshas which have been prescribed or which have been suggested in the scriptures, which have been mentioned in the scriptures. The three doshas, or it can be faults or defects or some kind of vagaries of the mind, we shall try to understand today. Dosha, it means fault. There's a problem. There's a dosha in my ear. There's a dosha in my nose, in my throat, in my stomach. It's a Ayurvedic term, dosha. Kapha, Pitta, Vata, they call it dosha. Fat and other kinds of throat infections. These are all doshas in the body. But what about the dosha in the mind? Number one is mala or impurities. Number two is vikshepa, the tossing and oscillation of the mind from one direction to the other, vikshepa. The third is avarana, or the veil of ignorance. These are the three defects of the mind in different circumstances, in different situations. Mana eva manushyanam karanam bandha mokshayoho. Mind alone is the cause of man's bondage or liberation. With defects, mind can bind you. It can put you in a pit. It can put you in the grave. With purity, with discipline, with training, the mind can liberate you, can free you, can take you towards moksha, can take you towards highest realization. Milk by itself is not a problem. For some people, it may cause acidity. For some people, it may give strength. Similarly, the mind. For some people, it can be cooperative. For some people, it is not cooperative. It plays havoc, or it gives a lot of peace and joy. Depends on the samskaras, depends on the input that we give from childhood upwards. So the mind is tossing and turning between love and hate, likes and dislikes, peace and sorrow, happiness and misery, between tears and smiles. This is the function of the mind which we experience every day. Sometimes it is egoistic, sometimes it is humble, sometimes it shows its violence, sometimes it's very calm, all because of mala, vikshepa and avarana. Please keep the terms in mind. Mala is impurities, malinyam is another word, vikshepa, the tossing and turning, the oscillations, it high wave and low wave, ups and downs in the mind and the subconscious mind. The third is avarana, or a cloudy atmosphere. A brilliant sun blazing in the midday, but suddenly a tiny piece of cloud can cover it and make it very gloomy. All happens in minutes. So avarana, vikshepa, mala, or mala, vikshepa, avarana. So we have to make the mind fit, we have to make the mind stable in our spiritual journey, in our daily life. First, malinyam, the mala, how can it be removed? How it can be overpowered? What is the mala? Kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya. These are already the inbuilt defects that we have. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. The permutations and combination of Kama, Krodha, etc. is our daily life. Either a good life or a bad life, a creative life or a hypocritical life, a lazy life or a beautiful life. These are all part of the mala. As I had mentioned a couple of episodes earlier, even a tiny dust particle in the eyeball we will not be able to bear. It creates the irritation, restlessness. I had mentioned it. Similarly, a tiny dust element of mala in the mind can create havoc, can create violence in the mind, can create anger in the mind, can create so much of dust in the mind. A kind of hurricane or tornadoes or the cyclones, these are all in the mind also. So the best way to overcome this mala is suggested by Swami Vivekananda in modern times, and in the third chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, is to serve, is to do karma yoga or nishkama karma. Is to do nishkama karma, selfless service, volunteer service, and take that itself as a sadhana, and it helps us to purify the mind as we use a detergent soap to clean the body. Detergents are the Mysore sandal soap, etc., to clean the body. The detergent powder to wash the clothes. The phenyl and the Dettol to wipe the floor, etc., etc. So serve, serve, serve the children of God. Shiva Gnane, Jiva Seva, as Swami Vivekananda had put it. Once Swami Vivekananda was discussing about meditation with a student, with a young man. That young man came with a problem. He came with a defect. He is not able to concentrate. He is not able to hold the mind on the Omkaram and the mantra, on the Gayatri mantra. So Swamiji said, how are you going? Tell me the process by which you are doing meditation. Then that boy said, I close the doors of my room, I close the windows of my room, I make it dark and try to concentrate. Swamiji said, that is your problem. You're closing the mind. You're not freeing the mind from mala. Says, open the windows, open the doors, go next road, go to the next street, and see if somebody is suffering. See somebody is having some pain. See somebody, if somebody is in need of food or clothing or shelter or some education, serve them, teach them, and then come and meditate. Do some seva. That boy obeyed Swamiji's words. He did seva, he did this gave medical attention, he taught somebody some lessons, he gave some food to a hungry man, he gave new clothes to a woman who did not have the proper clothing, and came back. He felt so fresh, so nice. And Swami said, now you meditate, now you sit, how your mind will be so healthy, so peaceful, free from all the mala, free from all the malinyam. And that is how Swami Vivekananda encouraged the modern men and women to meditate after doing some amount of service. The mala or the malinyam will be washed out and the mind will be very free, and he or she can meditate and pray and even sleep with peace and joy in daily life. Let us turn to the other two doshas, the defects or faults of the mind. One is mala, which is overcome by karma yoga, by nishkama karma, by seva, voluntary service, etc., etc. The next important thing is vikshepa. What is vikshepa? It is tossing of the mind. It is the fluctuation of the mind. It is the internal disturbances of the mind. It is the oscillation of the mind, extreme left, extreme right, never in the center path. This vikshepa is also explained or taught in Buddhism. The mind is oscillated, mind is swept away by the currents of the world's desires and objects. How does this go? They say the internal defects, like the volitions, like the hatreds, like the anger, jealousies, all these are internal. They are violating, they are violent, turbulent. Like Arjuna had asked the question, Vayuriva Sudushkaram, as difficult as controlling the wind. We may control the coronavirus infection by social distancing, by physical distancing, by not venturing out into the society. But then what about the mind? What about the pressure in the mind? That has also a solution. Let us not worry about it. Let us not be depressed about it. Vikshepa is reduced or is slowly eradicated by pranayama, by upasana, by the chanting of the Omkara, of the Gayatri mantra, Ishta mantra, slowly, slowly, with concentration, consciously keep your mind on the breathing. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, inhalation, exhalation, shvasa, nishvasa. It should be equal, it should be balanced, quietly. Don't put pressure on your lungs. Don't put pressure on your nose, on the nostrils, windpipe. Very pleasantly, very slowly, please practice pranayama. If you are a yoga student, you can practice the Nadi Shuddhi pranayama, the Brahmari pranayama, the Kapalabhati, etc. But in meditation, just do simple breathing exercise, simple pranayama technique. 6 to 8 seconds you inhale, hold on for 2 or 3 seconds, 6 to 8 seconds, slowly exhale. Enjoy the breathing process. Then slowly the tossing and oscillation and the volition and the distractions of the inner mind will reduce. I don't say it will be completely eradicated. It will take some time, but you can be free from the pressure. You can be free from the cyclone. Slowly you are moving towards safety. And upasana is regular meditation, regular prayer, prayer for yourself, prayer for others, pray to Sri Ramakrishna, pray to Shiva, pray to your Ishta Devata, and maintain your center of gravity. And do not allow the volitions and the oscillations to disturb you. The third dosha is avarna. What is avarna? It's a cloud covering the sky. It is the veil of ignorance. Sri Ramakrishna was sitting on a cot in Dakshineshwar temple. In the room, the devotees, the disciples were on the ground, talking to him, asking him questions, listening to his songs, the examples. Then Sri Ramakrishna had a towel on his shoulder. He just covered his face. He covered his face with a towel. And he asked the devotees, "Are you able to see my face?" The devotee said, "No, sir, we are not able to see your face." "Why so? I am in front of you. The towel is hiding your face, sir," said one of them. And Sri Ramakrishna said, "If you have to see God, this veil of ignorance, this avarana has to go. God is there in front of you, but the thick screen of our desires, thick screen of our samskaras is covering God. Slowly, slowly reduce the desires of the world. Have the desire of seeing God, seeing Mother, seeing Sri Ramakrishna, and we can easily overcome the avarana, the dosha. Of course, when I say easy, it all depends upon the grace of God and your sincerity, our vyakulata of removing the ignorance. This ignorance, avarana, is removed by Aham Brahmasmi, removed by study of the Vedantic literature, removed by Gnana Yoga. Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? This cutting off the Panchakosha, Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya, and go and see that you are the Atman. Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swabhavaha. But the avarana is there at every stage, like the hidden splendor, like the 7 gates of a fort. Inside will be the king. One by one we have to cross. That is the process called Gnana Marga. Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? This self-analysis slowly, slowly will remove the sheaths, will remove the covering, and the sun will blaze forth. The sun of the Atman, the Atma Jyoti, will reflect in our life, reflect in our personality, and we shall attain the truth here and now. So these 3 doshas we have to take care in our daily life, and this is the best time when we have the lockdown and all the devotees and professionals are sitting at home. Please work on this Karma Yoga, pranayama and meditation, and the third is Gnana Yoga. May the Lord bless all of us to have a peaceful, pure mind in the next few days to come. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Namaste.